This is Speaking of Writers. I'm Steve Richards. This is Speaking of Writers. I'm Steve Richards. From poet-author Rikem Philippe comes an anthology of poetry that brings forth expressive and profound ideas and ideals which make readers think, remember, understand, accept, and act on. In this new poetry collection, which is called the Neo-Sophia of the 21st Century, there might be some poems that seemed too profound, but when readers go through them, they will realize that these are actually some of the sentiments or experiences or hopes that they had. The emotions evoked in this poetry book are real because the poems are honest, straightforward, and frank. They don't shy away with the truth of what one may think or feel at certain points in their lives. That's why the verses will have an impact to the readers. The rhymes and verses will give readers a respite, while some will provide them a moment to take a pause and question. There's an empowering message in this collection that readers will find refreshing, especially during these times that we're in, when people's voices seem to be too loud, yet not truly heard. This book is available, by the way, at online bookstores and at writersrepublic.com and amazon.com too. We'll give that those addresses again, where to get the book, at the end of the interview as well. But right now, I want to welcome Rikem Philippe to Speaking of Writers. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Mr. Steve. We're glad to be here. And my name is Rikem Philippe. You can surely find me as a writer of the new Neo-Sophia of the 21st century. That's mean new philosophy of the 21st century.
So how can this book, Rikem, be helpful to society?
Okay, actually, it is very helpful because it is a living testimony of my life, living testimony of the way my country was led on the past government, living testimony because of my life surrendering to the Lord, how it wasn't really good for me, but by faith I keep up until then. So then it is a living testimony that can also encourage the youth to do not give up in their lives, never, ever. Why? Because I would encourage them to read the biography, what I went through. But if I would give up, then it would be too bad. So then that's people who get themselves into a hard feeling to put themselves into a suicide. That's a big mistake, big mistake. So I would encourage them to read some of my poems, and then to even read my biography. Until then, today, I can say Hosanna.
We're going to hear a few of those poems in just a few moments here. What practices, Rikem, of acknowledgement furnish this book?
Actually, to practice this book here, I mean that people would have to leave the type of life that they have to, because life is a battle, as I stated in some poems, and then not really all of us are becoming happy through life, but having life, living through life, it is a battle. And into that battle we have to be some big giant, some big hero. And then so once the victory comes, it is worthy. It is worthy.
Rikem, you mentioned youth before. How can this book correct our children's behavior or our way of living?
Actually, it will help them. It will help them because we realize that jealousy, envy are sources of criminality. I mean, people kill people because they are envy of those people, because they are jealous of those people. And then because of those sources of criminality, if the youth would have to cultivate by reading the poems, to cultivate the patience, acceptance around them, they would be patiently living with their brothers and sisters, and also they would leave the hostility whatsoever from the house that would train them to commit bad thing for them to be corrected. So I would encourage them to read the the some poems and then get themselves together patiently. And then also, I think by reading some poems, I would encourage them also to be inspired to write some. Uh-huh.
Let's talk about lawyers, judges, and public fellows. How can this book help them?
Oh, okay. Actually, for living as lawyers, as judges, I mean that sometimes we become, some of us becoming selfish. We take ourselves off the track to know that we are human as well. But if you read some poems, it will be give you some sensitivity to know that you are human. You can all of us are subject of mistakes. All of them, all of us are subject of misunderstanding. So then, like that, the judge would think twice before he throws somebody away for his life. The lawyer would think twice before he would plead guilty to those who would not be guilty, because life has some consequence, and the karma would come, whatever that you do down the road. If you don't pay it, your children will. So that will help them to behave the tracing of judgment.
Rikem Philippe is my guest. His new book is The Neo-Sophia of the 21st Century. Would you read a few poems for us?
Yes, I would read some poems. Let's start with, I wouldn't come with the time, but I would start with a woman with a good head. Woman is a good woman with good head. We see that the woman with good head is one to choose. Woman with good head respect her husband. Woman with good head attracts and leads. Woman with good head is a woman of character. Woman with good head isn't only a dressy terror. Woman with good head loves her family, her husband. She takes care of her husband, even when this one is in fault. Woman with good head is one of trusty. Woman with good head lift up her partner. She counsels. She's patient. She's dedicated. A woman with good head never blames a husband down, even when he would abandon her. A woman of character makes a significant gift. A woman with good head, her little body has importance and difference. For you aren't with her for just that, but the person. Her personality distinguish of them all. She will not look for a mercy of others. She will not accept gift of smart cleavers. She will not build cases against husband to pass by. She will not feel tired of loving. She cares, she serves, she obeys, she's tender. A woman with good head may not look pretty, but she doesn't lay of prettiness to full tragedies. She holds words. She doesn't like to talk her business. She's what makes her significant in power. She isn't a shame subject. She's the woman of only one husband. She wasn't get drunk. She doesn't smoke neither. She's clean from toe to head. Without a good head, woman have no leads. She's clean in mind. A woman of good head is really a woman. She was one face, one moral binds. A woman of good head is virtuous. A woman of good head is one everyone wants. A woman of good head is needed to spend life with. She doesn't open for society to judge her family, not her children, nor her husband, even in his absence or his leaving. She's still faithful. That's the poem that I had for women that take their head straight, and then that's where we find faithfulness, woman of faithfulness.
One of the many poems in Rikem Philippe's book, the Neo-Sophia of the 21st century. How come all the poems, Rikem, get a date and sometimes a specific time, too?
Yes, actually, Steve, to tell you that there's some of them they are coming overnight. Some of them they are coming very specifically on the daytime. Some of them come by tears. Some of them come by big steam of heart. And then due to the fact of it, sometimes I write the date, even the hour, in order for me to remember that moment. And so sometime the next year at a certain time, I know what was going on in my life. So that's why it is. Maybe it might be helpful for people to read at a certain time, at a certain date of their lives. They can realize, yet somebody was feeling the same way that they feel. So that's the way that I put it specifically with the time.
How long have you been writing poetry?
Oh, since I was 14 years old, when I started to live my life melancholically. And then if you want to read me and the biography, you will find. So one day, I mean, I had only to go back to school with only one uniform. That uniform, I wear it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Afternoon when I come, I wash it. I iron it to in order to wear it for Thursday and Friday. And then on Saturday, I wash it again to start with it on Monday. I always look clean. People thought that I had money or I had parents that giving me money. But although I went to school just by myself, no parent was supporting me. But the Lord, I just trusted the Lord. And then to tell you that I always get good notes. I always get to be first in class. So that was a blessing. It was a blessing.
I want to ask you about a date, May 27th, 2013. What inspired you about women on that date?
Oh, May 27th. I'm sorry, Steve. May 27 inspired me very good. That's the one that giving me the inspiration for being the woman. But although I would read that second poem to say that living is a battle. Living is a battle of living. Life is a battle of living. A battle for every single one. A battle for you, for me, and for our children. Life is a battle until we go back home. A battle that is not ended until then. We have no face that battle daily. We have to face it. Battle to find food. Battle to find it to eat it. Battle to understand each other. Battle to accept, appreciate surrounding. Life is a battle for human being and men. Battle for birds and animals. Battle for fish and reptiles. Life is just a battle to find food, to find good partners. It is a battle for kids and seeds. This is a battle changes in wars. For some of us, it is Afghanistan wars. Life is a battle of facing the truth, battle to suit and fit surrounding. Life is a battle of to work, to collect, a battle to each to cash in the even count. Life is a fit and desert and a fit on the sea. Be dumped there in deep oceans or stellar until we go back to our creator. Life is a battle for each intercessors, a battle that is never ended again a battle, a giant battle, a slim battle of minds, a battle to be trained and every day wake up and go on even out of feeling. It is still a battle after 16 years of learning from school, a battle to wake up every morning, to leave from with a boss and be in the job on time. It is just a big battle for everyone, still a battle to get a master degree. Life is a battle to think out of the ordinary. It is a battle to philosophize when everyone was already said life is a battle to catch virtuous woman. It's still a battle to to discover God, good men, those that aren't subject of shames, those that are integer, prestigious, and honest. It is a battle to give to birth and raise seeds. Then that seeds sometimes will rise up against you. Life is a battle to be understood, still a battle to sell us all. Living is just a battle. Whom will win? So it is an interrogation for us to live and then to tell you the animals, they have to fight to live because they wake up on the daytime, they don't know which animal will come to eat them. They even the cattle is not has no right in the forest. You have those animals, they fighting. Even you have to fight to find food, fight in order to even eat the food, because sometimes if you don't eat the food, if you don't make time, you will forget to eat. So it is a battle of everything, even to take care of your children. That's the reason why.
Rikem Philippe reading another poem from his book, The Neo-Sophia of the 21st Century. When you were 14 years old, Rikem, you had a dream to change the world. So, how do you prophetically see the future of the world to come?
Oh, I mean, the future now is really mixing. I would say that the future is really now to the end of it. Like if you reading, I'm going to read that the some dream that I had say that times to come. Say we see a time where the world will be led by one. We see a change to be made picky from each born. A time where a woman of Jah will be world speaker. Time where the famous Eden mother will be there. Time where sanctification will be her shower. Time where mother of humanity will rise higher than green, yellow, red, white, purple, blue, black, darker, and she was the original sour. Time to show all colors came from her seed nodes. Time where her heart will rise just after God. We see a time of the new order, new ruler by the rest of Isaiah, King David's father, a rest, a rejected, but a stamp of honor, color of protocol, funnel of humor from middle of the globe, an Osha center that had 7 million to evangelize 7 billion of the whole earth is civilized. It was a special missionary nation, a teacher of deep science of emotion. They were rest of Jesse, King David's father, time where original mother's arms will tender, time to receive her validated children of time, color, yellow, white, brown, green, red, purple, blue, brown, black, and darker. A time where love will be shining power. Time where black made majesty for Jah will sound louder. We see a time when children will go fast talker. We see time where women will lead as mothers. We see a time where dick will be flat and live lower. We see a time of war, of famine, of pledges, a time where death is just a meeting at the edge, time where the fourth seal will be given to red horse, time where moon will change, sun will hide, time of deep darkness to no sun, no moon, no cloud, time where death is next door, but later won't bow, time of sadness, of sorrows, and joy will later come, a time where Jah will dictate his will of the word. The word was touched, modified, changed by Gregor. Time where another original inspiration will come. It is a third testimony, third thought, a knowledge to comfort the truth, to teach the chosen 12 times, 12,000, to 12 zodiac, 12 planets, 12 tribes of Jacob, 12 apostles of Yeshua, 12 Bibles periodic, 12 months of the year, 12 hours of the day, 12 hours of the night, 12 gates of Jerusalem, 12 stones of the gates, 12 by 2 for the heavenly elders. New reach, new teaching, new force of love, new revival to assemble us to Jerusalem, to Zion. A female prophet, announcer, mondial will need the salt super. She's our first mother. She's our blood, our destined honor, our messenger, and our title guide. That's the time for the future. I think if you would follow according to what we see is going on this day with the book of Apocalypse, or if you want Revelation, according to Daniel chapter 12 verse 7, we are walking on the end of the time. So then certain things happening, if you follow there, I think you're going to see them coming to account.
Rikem
That's
Philippe.
it, prophetic.
The book is the Neo-Sophia of the 21st Century. Again, it is available online. You can purchase it at online bookstores, website, writersrepublic.com, amazon.com as
That's
well.
right.
Rikem, are you on social media at all?
Now I think that I'm going back again. I used to be at Facebook, but right now I'm going back because the Lord is giving me a mission to do toward the Jewish people. He's asking them to go back to their country because he is coming. His foot is the sound of the trumpet is already started. So the Lord is looking for the Jewish people to go back to Israel, to get back to their country.
And Rikem, finally, I wanted to ask you about the New Generation Abundant Mission in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Okay, the New Generation Abundant Mission is a mission that I am responsible to get working over there, because we have planned to help people, help families, like single parents, families, to give them to provide them some help with as far as distribution of food. So that's the plan that we're going to execute pretty soon. And then if somebody may feel free to contribute by contacting us with our email. So then that's about it.
Okay, yeah, that's a New Generation Abundant Mission in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And the book out again, the Neo-Sophia of the 21st Century. The author is Rikem Philippe. Rikem, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Steve. May the Lord richly bless you. We appreciate your time for that.
Thank you. This is Speaking of Writers. I'm Steve Richards.